Kristen. How are you doing? Sorry I haven't gotten live earlier in this week. It's just been slightly crazy. And I have a little bit of time this evening, so I'm like, you know what? I am definitely going to go live right now before the week runs out on me. Okay. So one of the things that I am trying to do is to become more, to create more value for you guys. You know, it's like I have all this knowledge up in my head and I want to be able to share it so that you guys can use it too. So I think that I have a poll going on. I'm not really sure. Let me go ahead and do that. Publish now. Okay. Do you have a 3 to 5 year business goal? You could go ahead and answer that. Okay. So 2020 is like right around the corner. Do you guys realize that we are at the end of a decade and 2020 is just right around the corner? And wow, like what are we going to do with our business? Where are we going to take it next year? So that's what got me sitting here planning. And I am part of Dave Ramsey's Entree Leadership group or whatever you want to call it, and I just love it. And I was going through one of his videos that they have done, and it's on long-term vision. I really want to start with projecting where my income's going to go, but I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and start with long-term vision. And this is pretty simple. It's dreaming. Okay, so go ahead and just start dreaming. Grab a pen and a paper or maybe a pencil and just start dreaming. Where do you want to be in 5 years? And this is for you personally. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Do you want to have your kids in a private school, be able to pay for them to go to college? Do you want to have a lake home, maybe a cabin? Do you want to buy your spouse something that they've always dreamed of? Do you want to be able to travel the world? And just start dreaming. Where do you want to be in like 5 years? Okay. And next, once you have that down, go ahead. Now let's think about the business. Where do you want your business to be in 3 to 5 years? And yes, these do relate. And the reason why they relate is because your business is a part of you. So maybe you want to be able to grow your business, double or triple your business in 5 years so that you can buy that lake home, that cabin. Maybe you need to quadruple your business so that you can pay for your kids' college in 10 years. So then just start thinking about where you want your business to be in 3 to 5 years. And I can tell you, I've been revisiting my goals that I had 3 years ago, and one of them is to have a second business location. And we haven't done anything with that. And I did that goal like 2 years ago, back in 2017. And so once you have that goal, go ahead and write it on paper. Like this is something that you're going to want to spend a few hours doing, like this whole process, but you can just start jotting things down, the first thing that comes to your mind. And if you are on live, go ahead and say hi. And if you're on the replay, go ahead and say replay. I'd love to see who this is reaching. Okay. So then think even bigger. So now you have where you want to be in 3 to 5 years. You have your own personal goals down. So now we need to have this big, hairy, audacious goal, okay? And really think about what it means to you. Like, what is one really big goal that your business wants to meet? I can go back and I can tell you that our BHAG, our big, hairy, audacious goal back in 2017 is we wanted to help 250 small business owners, okay? So I don't know what your goal could be. It could be that you want to, I don't know. I don't know who's on, so I don't know who to talk to. But say you're an electrician. You could be like, you know what? I want to be able to go ahead and put electrical wiring in 1,000 homes in 5 years. So you have to have it be specific, measurable. You have to have a time limit on it, and you have to be able to stretch yourself, but don't make it so big for that you're like, holy cow, like this is unachievable. Okay. So come up with your big, hairy, audacious goal. And now we need to figure out a way to measure it. Okay. And it could be that you want to triple your business in 5 years. But we need to figure out how to measure this. If you're just talking about dollars, and that's, pretty easy to be able to measure, because you should know where you're at already. And if you don't, you definitely need a bookkeeper. Just saying. So ours is we have a count of how many small businesses that we are helping. And so we can tell that because we know when we invoice them, that counts as one, And so you may have to get creative on how to measure this goal, okay? And that's fine. And that's just something to think about. So think of 2 different ways that you can measure. One easy one would be money, your revenue, or maybe your profit, or it could be that you want to reduce your cost of goods sold, or you want to increase your profit margin. And then think of a creative way to measure that. So one way that I could measure is by how much, revenue I'm billing out. And the second one is how many invoices. And each invoice counts as one person, as long as it's not the same person, business over and over again. So you have to think of a creative one, and then think of what would be the best way to measure that, okay? So next, now that we have a 5-year goal or a 3-year goal, whatever it is, then you want to go down and break it down into yearly goals, okay? So say we want to, in the next 5 years, we want to be able to help 250 small businesses. So that would be, if we break that down between 5, we know that we'd have to have at least 50 small businesses that we help every single year. And if you break 50 down by 12, that's about 4.5, 5 businesses that we have to help every single month. So we can continue to break it down, okay? 25 a year, 25 split in half, so 50, so half a year. So say January through June, we know that we have to help at least 25 businesses. So that would really be 25 divided by 6. I know that's an odd number, but, and then maybe break it down into a quarter. So about 12 and a half per quarter. And then, 12 and a half divided by 3, again, that's 4. So that's how we break that down. And then you have to figure out how you're going to reach that goal. So then you just really start doing some brainstorming. Be like, what are we going to do to get 4 new business clients every single month? And what does that look like? For instance, say another one of our goals is to have a second location. So we have our main BHAG, and would a second location be able to help with our main BHAG, which is the 250 business clients in 5 years or whatever? And it's kind of like, well, yes, because we'd probably be able to service more. So everything relates back up to here. To the BHAG. And so all your decisions that you're making over the next 5 years, you have to answer to that BHAG. Is this going to be helping us reach this goal? And your goals are obviously going to be different from mine. But say we're in the electrical business and we know that we want to put 10,000 electrical wiring over the next 5 years. So if you decide that you want to start going to school for, okay, thank you. If you decide that you want to start going to school for the AC stuff, is that going to help you reach your goal? Or say you wanted to start taking classes on how to start framing a house. Is that going to reach your goal? I would say probably not. I'm not in the electrical business, but I would say taking a a course on how to better install wiring, or the wiring that's being used, and if there's different techniques to doing electrical wiring, that would be a yes. Like, okay, so we're going to take the courses that we need to be able to do this, or maybe take courses that instead of just business homes or homes, we can do commercials. Well, would that help reach our goal of, again, the 10,000? Yes. So all the goals that you're making from here on out, we got to break them down, and then we got to answer to the BHAG. Okay, will this help us get to there? Yes, perfect. Let's move forward. And then you got to figure out everything. Then start doing the research. So like with a second office for us, so we got to start researching. One, we got to do, will it help us to the BHAG? I think the answer is yes. Two, we got to start researching, where do we locate to? Where are the people at? How much is it going to cost us? Are we going to have a second phone line? So we're figuring out like all the budgeting stuff right now. And then our next goal is going to be like, you know what? Well, I want to have 3 to 6 months worth of savings for the second business before I even go move into the business, second location. That way I know that we can afford to be paying for 2 locations, even if that doesn't play out for us. So just start thinking of those different things. I hope that this was helpful to you. If you have any questions whatsoever on dreaming, long-term vision, what the heck a BHAG is, what a good metric for measuring your BHAG is, and breaking down your goals, we are certainly here to help. We love to do this type of thing for people. So just reach out to us. And go ahead, I'd love to have you answer our poll. Do you have a 3 to 5 year business goal? Just love to know that, just for curiosity. And go ahead, if you think this was valuable, go ahead and share this so that other people can see it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.